Alright, here's some like intake cam phaser data from the old intake VVT solenoid or oil control valve. So the blue is the desired intake cam position bank 1. The green is like a desired intake cam position bank 2. And then the red is the actual intake cam position bank 1 from the sensor. And then the mustard green is the intake cam position sensor bank 2. So here is like during the RAM, which like I do try to do some like acceleration. So the control is pretty good. 9 on the desire, and then or command, and then 9 on the feedback, which is tight. But when it keep go longer and longer, it seems okay. Have like a 1 degree error between demand and actual. But like once like at the steady point, it's about like a 2 degree error. So the size 12 and 14, but still within the range. I believe like no more than plus or minus 3 degrees. So maybe I'm on the edge. So like here is like, here's like a more than 2 degree, and then now come to the ram down. The ram down from the cam phaser. So the desired say 7 is about 10. So one is at 11, so about like 4 degree. So yeah, before it ramped back down to 0 cam positions, the error is about like yeah 2 to 4 degree. So I think the intake cam solenoid is aging, but no check engine light yet. But like this one's more like for like a preventive maintenance, because the intake cam solenoid failed already. So I replaced that. You want to see a video, I put a link in here or in the description below. Yeah, how I replace the intake exhaust cam solenoid. But like this one is showing the intake cam is like is aging on the solenoid. I'm gonna replace that, and then after that I will show some like a new data. Oh, here. That's the one I want to replace. My bad. I repaired the OCV, the one there. That's the exhaust side. But this time I want to replace one of the intake sides. This one right here. Alright, got it. So here the pin I push in, and then use the finger push on both sides here to lift it up. So now after that they have like a 10 millimeter bolt right here. Right here, that's the 10 millimeter bolt. After remove it, this solenoid should come out. It broke loose, should be easy, should be able to remove by hand. Here's the bolt. Get a towel ready, put it underneath, because it will leak a little bit oil once you remove it. So pull it out and then turn it like to my right, and I should be able to come out from the bottom. Yep. So here's the old oil control valve. Alright, here's a new control valve. I will put the link in the description below. So let's do a quick comparison side by side. Well, lengthwise look alike, and then entrance wise I look a little bit different on design, but it works on the exhaust, so it should work on the intake, right? Let's do some quick measurement on the resistance. So it should be between like 7 to 12 ohms, something like that. Okay, 7.4. On the low side, that one, but it's okay. Let's get some engine oil. Should be good enough. Yeah, I just want to make sure like have some oil when it go in. It's not like running dry. That's the whole purpose. All right, looking good. Yeah, the install process pretty much like is a reverse. So slide back in. All right. And then now I can install the 10mm bolt. My snug should be good enough. And now just plug the connector back. We should be good. I'd be careful that the wire might be a little bit brittle. Alright, no click, but not coming out. I assume it's good. Once this is done, let's move to another one. Oh, I need to remove the power steering reservoir. It's holding by three 10mm bolt. So one there, one probably on the back here. Yeah, like here. So one's like right here. Another one's like on the side, right somewhere here. This one right here. Yeah, that one a tight spot, so I need to use like a 10mm box wrench. I know I can swing the I can put the reservoir. Yep, somewhere here. And now I can gain access to this rear bank intake solenoid. So here's the 10mm bolt. Bolt loose. Now I need to remove this connector. Yeah, this side a little bit tricky because like the connector is touching like this piece of plastic on the top. So what I'm doing now is like so I back out the 10mm bolt quite a bit. So hopefully I can loose it up. So now I can make it move and back out the solenoid a little. So now I can turn this. Man, sorry about the angles. Yeah, no room here. So now I can like move this like left and right and back out a little bit. So now like I have a gap here now. So I'm able to remove the connector. So now I can take out the 10mm bolt. I got it. Now I can let's measure the resistance to see if that one's still in good shape or like randomly. I have no idea. 7.3, pretty good. And here's the new one. A bit on the low side, but yeah, 6.8 ohms. All right, I'm gonna install it anyway. So same thing, like get like a good amount of oil. I'm going to plug in the connector first. Alright, the connector's on. And now I plug in the connector first. And now I push this all the way in. And I got to push all the way in when I can twist a little bit. So now the bracket and the hole, they line up. I'm going to install this 10mm bolt. Alright, so the 10mm bolt is like in a line. Do it by hand. Snug it, that's it. Alright, I need to put the power steering reservoir back. So the 10mm here. And then the one on the side. Same thing, just need to snug it. Alright, should be good. Alright, now go for a test drive, get some data, and take a look how's the cam phaser respond on the intake side. Alright, so here's the intake cam phaser data after we place the oil control valve or the VVT solenoid. So the blue is the desired intake cam, bank 1. The green is desired intake cam, bank 2. And then the red is like the actual intake cam feedback from the cam sensor, bank 1, and the green is intake cam sensor feedback from bank 2. And here's like I pretty much just drive the car on the road and then try to get on the highway, and then here's like the cam movement. You can see like everything's pretty tight. Probably like a plus and minus like a 1 degree between actual and the desire. So, and then here's the number. You can see the desire say 5, and then the actual feedback is like 6 and 5. So it's like plus and minus 1. It's really good. The control's tight. And then now like try to go up to some like a higher RPM range and see if the cam phaser move more. Yeah, like here. Alright, let's stop and then go back. Like here during the phaser ramp, from 0 to like the higher desired positions 11 degree cam degree, and then like the desired is 11 and the actual is like 11, which is like really good. And then like now when the cam holds steady, which is like this portion right here, the desired is 10 and then the actual is 10 and 11, which is still good, plus and minus 1 degree, which is really tight control. Here same thing, 8, and then that's during the ramp down. That's like the one have the most of the problem on the old cam. So when it ramp down, the desired say 5, and then the actual 5 and 6, and then keep ramping down 0. It ramped down so quick, and like the control is tight. I think the new OCV or the new VVT solenoid fixing the slow intake cam problem. And also I can feel the power more like a sensitive now. Especially when I like tap in the pedal, the engine like can rev up a lot quicker. I think replacing the intake cam solenoid, I think it's a good idea, especially like the exhaust side fail. The intake side I think should be coming to fail. Is age, right? Like the magnet and the valve inside the solenoid keep moving in the past like 15, 13 years, something like that, on that car. Alright, thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for all the support. Please subscribe, leave a comment below. See you in the next video. Alright, bye bye.